Good morning, and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and here's my boat, and today we are in HMS Spartan.
Make depth 200 feet, dive high.
This is a Swiftsure-class boat. It's a Royal Navy attack boat. It's a slightly older vessel. Not as modern as the Los Angeles, but it's not antiquated by any stretch. It's got some interesting features. It is 2004, so we are, the Royal Navy is going between the Tigerfish and the Spearfish. And so today's weapon loadout, well, let's bring it up on screen. I have 3 Mosses left. I have 1 harpoon.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 296, designated Sierra 1.
I have a new contact. 6 Tigerfish in the vertical launch system. We haven't used any Tigerfish. They don't have the best reputation.
Come left 2020, helm I.
And let's just say we've been enjoying how well the Spearfish works. Might be a humpback whale. Enjoying how well the Spearfish works against the Russians. Now, our mission today is to intercept and destroy Soviet boomer. So the scenario is that we've been at war for a time with them, and they are deploying at least 1 boomer. Now, intel says, yeah, we have a boomer, and it's going to be escorted.
Con, helm, steady course.
How many and what type? Well, we suspect pretty modern submarines. I mean, I don't need intel to tell me that. But yeah, we know at least 1 boomer, possibly more, and we're expecting 2 or 3 escorting boats, all submerged, nothing on the surface. So, yeah, this is where we're at now. Sierra Contact 1 may be submarine. I don't know, not want to do this that much, but I'm going to just have a look. Let's just try it. It does appear to be submerged. I got a feeling that that's a humpback though. Let's go back to me. Let's go back and look through the sonar profiles. There really is nothing else submerged. I'm going to call that a whale. I know a whale when I see one. Right, it's called a humpback.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as biologic.
As for where everyone else is, I don't know.
Depth 4-5 feet, dive high.
Logically, I would think they would be in deeper water, so I'm going to head towards the humpback.
Come left 288, helm I.
I mean, maybe they're following a humpback whale around. Maybe not. Intel may be wrong. None of that before. And I'm going to head to periscope depth. I wouldn't normally need to or expect to use periscope depth, but we're in enemy territory, but we don't really know what's going on. So, let's head to periscope depth and take it as it comes. And yeah, I managed to mute myself in time, but I've just been sneezing. So this is going to be a sneeze sesh, it seems like. I'm not looking forward to that. Right, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll be back when there's something more interesting to report. Okay. The humpback's dropped off the sonar. I guess we were picking it up on the towed array, but Sierra 2 has appeared. And what is this? Barely anything from passive, but we're getting a fairly good signal from the towed array. So, okay, let's see what is this? What do we think this is?
Con, helm, steady course.
That's a Tango, it looks like. It's a
Con
diesel
sonar,
electric.
Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, modern equipment, quiet, and you said 80s are bad news. Test 71's not much better. Wow, this thing can access all 3 generations of torpedo. And SSN-16, is that the standoff one? Oh, it is. Okay, great. So, I'm in range of his standoff weapon, unless it's got a minimum range, but okay. So that's bad news. That boat is a real, can be a very nasty threat, but it's a very capable at long range and capable at close range too. So it's a meaningful threat. Let's see what depth is he at. Okay, he's not particularly deep. I am heading to deeper water. That's my plan. I'm just going to bob along here. Can't detect me. He probably wouldn't detect a torpedo launch, but I don't necessarily want to do that right now. I don't have a good idea where he is. And he's not necessarily the risk of that. It's whatever else is out there that may also detect my launch. And if needs be, I can load a MOS, but loading weapons is fairly quick in the Swiftsure class, but it'll be quick enough. Right, let's accelerate time and see if we get a better idea of his where he is. So he's potentially traveling east. So he could just be part of a routine patrol. Not much else to really see.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 298.
Okay, we got the humpback.
Con sonar new contact bearing 298, designated Sierra 3.
So interesting profile on the humpback. Looking at my signature box, the bottom right, normal passive sonar is minus 10 decibels, but our towed array is picking him up. Let's see, what is 3? 4 knots, 5,500 yards estimated. Same thing. So is this another whale? Let's take a look through. I think I've just found my primary target.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, I'm calling it as my primary. I'm going to get my depth down. And I'm going to turn away a little bit, see if we get a better signal on it. But yeah, I'm calling that I'm calling it. I've just found my primary target. Well, I found one of them at least.
Passing 100 feet.
He's being very quiet. So quiet. In theory, I could launch at this distance and not be detected, and he's close as well. Yeah, he is just a little too close in some
Passing
ways.
200 feet.
Check my perception, yeah. I wonder if I'm getting bad towed array. Oh, yeah, actually, as I drop down my depth, I'm going to lose my towed array.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 300. Contact faded.
So I know he's there, I just can't detect it now because my towed array is now out of circulation. I'm too close to the bottom of the ocean. I need to know where he is. As much as I like to be stealthy, I need to know where he is. So let's switch to my boat view. Let's get my depth to 200 feet. Oh, pretty much
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 304.
So I don't
Passing
quite...
200 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 301.
So I don't quite need 200 feet. But yeah, that's it's useful. Again, nothing on the... Very little on passive, and then the towed arrow is getting something from him. If I'm heading towards him, though, I don't necessarily need to get closer to him, but it's saying he's... Oh, what's that? Okay, that's bad. That's an air asset. Okay, I'm gonna turn a little, or quite a bit north, and just reduce my depth a little bit. Air assets, the closer you are to the surface, the more chance they have of detecting you, and so that's bad. But I need to know where this boomer is so I can fire upon him. And I've got a couple of spearfish.
Come right to 000. Helm I.
Maybe a tigerfish or two with your name on it, Sunshine. So let's put me above the... Okay. I didn't need to be quite that shallow. Let's go ahead at 150 feet, give or
Con
take.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 302. Contact faded.
That might be because I'm pointing right at him, hopefully.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 307.
Con, helm, steady course.
I used some accelerate time, but where'd he go? Maybe there's a
Con
layer.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 010.
Maybe there's a layer there. Yeah, that's weird. There's something weird going on with the sound signature, with the acoustics here. I'm going to go ahead and turn west, I think. Maybe a bit more... Yeah, maybe west-southwest.
Come left to 250. Helm I.
This tango purportedly is very close. Too close. 2,000 yards is far too close to be... Not with his weaponry. Now we're seeing 3,000 yards. He's moving west. Relative to me, it appears. Accelerate time. I think he's close.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 305. Contact faded.
Con, helm, steady course.
It's very close. Don't like this. I'm in a bad position. He's kind of coming around behind me, so I'm gonna have to turn right towards him. In fact, I'm actually gonna try and run parallel.
Come right to 040. Helm I.
Yeah, I don't like this. This is very close. It's probably not worth a spearfish at this distance. The spearfish will go towards where the typhoon was, but yeah, this is not good. Let's accelerate time.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 314. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing.
Con, helm, steady course.
Now we think he's 5,000 yards away. That's a more comfortable distance to be, but it's still pretty close. I can do something evasion-wise with 5,000 yards. I really think I want to get some mosses loaded, and I haven't done that yet. This might ruin my battle. Let's just try it. Okay. Well, by coming out of ultra quiet, we've got some machinery making noise, and that's increased how well he can hear me. But if I have to go evasive, these mosses could potentially be a lifesaver. And we're close enough that it may not matter. Switch back to my view. I can hear the aircraft again. What I'm going to do is look for a shadow. And yet... Excuse me. Okay, let's accelerate time.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Unloaded.
Con, torpedo room,
right.
tube 4 ready.
Ultra quiet.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Go. Let's switch back to my view, so I should be able to see him. There he is. Over on the, just over the conning tower. Let's switch to him. That's him. A very functional looking vessel. This is really not exactly what I had in mind. It's not how you want to use a boat like this. But he doesn't detect me, and so that's good. Might just hang here. If I drop my speed to 0, I'm going to accelerate time just in a little spurt. Don't really want to talk. May have gone up. I don't want to speak too soon, but we may have gotten away with this because he can't detect me. $1,300 yards. I'm going to try turning towards him. I think I want to get in his baffles. Yes, if I'm in his baffles, then absolutely I can fire upon him. I'm still going to get hurt, but his carcass, his hulk, is going to be a good decoy. So let's make my course. Oh, he's turning towards. No, wait, that's me turning towards him. You numpty. Make my course and I aim right at him.
Come left to 277, helm aye.
Go. And let's see how this pans out.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1, last bearing, 3, 0, 2, contact faded.
We're pretty much aiming right at him now. Could kill the engine, but I think let's just keep it as it is. But the noisy stuff is at the back of the boat, and so in theory this is going to help him avoid detecting me.
Con, helm, steady course.
It's turning towards me as well. So another reason why I want to keep my nose pointing towards him is it helps my torpedoes. They're much better equipped to fire upon him. If he's right next to me or behind me, I have to fire. It takes that torpedo time to turn around and face him. Right now, the torpedo number 1 is much closer pointing towards the target versus number 3, 4, or 5. 5, I'm not sure where 5 launches from. But either way, having a torpedo that can guide much swifter to the target is going to be could be very, very useful. Turn up more aggressively towards him here, I think. Okay. Just so you know, if one of my cats decided to wake up and jump on me, it would startle me somewhat, shall we say. Now, if I do take out this tango, it's going to alert everything that's a bad guy around, and I'm going to have something to look for. Right now, they're just casually listening for anything they might hear. So it could get very busy very quickly. Okay, I'm leading the target a little bit. It's good. Go ahead and slacken off my turn. .500 yards. Oh, he can very likely hear me. I'm going to get ready. Fire. Let's kill my engines.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
He's killed his speed too. I think he knows that I'm
Come
here.
right
He does.
269. Helm aye.
I'm firing. Have one of these, sunshine.
Make turns.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2. Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Don't doubt
Con
it.
sonar, regained contact
Right.
on.
If this
Sierra
works,
con
fantastic.
Sonar, torpedo
Dang
in the
it.
water.
No,
torpedo
didn't
in the
work.
water. Bearing 197.
Okay. Not the end of the world.
200 feet.
Not the end of the world. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I wonder if we can sneak underneath this guy and lead his torpedo to him. Ooh. Coming around. Oh no, this is a bad idea. This is a very bad idea.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, I managed to avoid 2 passes so far.
Con, knuckle formed.
Do not feel like surviving a 3rd pass. Oh heck, is breaking loose, I'm sure. Right, let's see if I can sneak in underneath him. Yep, there we go. Let's reverse the turn.
Con, knuckle formed.
And if this were a dogfight, this is now becoming a 2-circle fight. Please go for the... Oh, he's not going for it. Not right now. He may yet
Con, knuckle formed.
go for the deceased tango, but I don't think he will. I gotta get out of here. Okay, there's at least 2 submarine contacts around me as well. Okay, I think he's tracking me now. He is, but let's see if he's going to go for the submarine, for the sunken sub. He might do. That'd be good.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
Thank you. Okay, switch back to map view. What do we know? We know that there's at least, okay, there's 1 contact in this, 1 contact, 2 contacts. So 1 is northwest, 1 is northeast.
Come right 265. Helm aye.
They can detect me or not.
Passing 300 feet.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
What I really want to do is disappear.
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 1, bearing 014.
What I really want to do is disappear and detect whatever might be coming towards me. That torpedo, I don't know what they were aiming for, but maybe I was heading in that direction at one point. You don't hear anything else. So options. Number one is to fire upon the wherever that thing came from, and maybe with a Tigerfish, and see if we can flush something out. The contact that was to my southwest, I think I've got one north. Yeah, one's northeast and one is northwest. Southeast. No, one is northwest and one is southwest. I may have got my compass points wrong. I think that torpedo is a threat. This is maybe 3,500 yards away at its closest point. It's not to say. See, if I fired, I'm going to get the attention of whatever else is out there. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire. Let's fire on the point of origin, or close to.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
And we didn't lose the wire, so we're going to send this back over the Tango. Excuse me. The intention's to send it down the same vector, the same direction. See if we actually get anything. I can't quite triangulate where it is. I was hoping to flush whatever else out, but it didn't work. Oh yeah, and our aerial friend, I forgot about him. Very bad it is.
Come right to 270. Helm aye.
So I'm gonna...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 308.
Okay, so we know pretty much that is maybe out of range, maybe not.
Shoot tube.
Con sonar lost contact.
Not gonna-
Sierra 3,
not gonna chance
last
it.
bearing 308. Contact con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 001.
That's bad.
Come left to 213. Helm aye.
Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's run up to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Right, no, let's fire all
Make
that.
turns for
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 0.
Passing 3.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
con. Helm. Steady course.
This torpedo is tracking right at me and ignoring the moss. The one that's north of me. The one that is northeast is about to reacquire me.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 059.
Like so. So, yet again, I'm in a whole heap of poo-poo. Didn't do much about it.
Con, knuckle formed.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering
Let's
aye.
get another moss out. For what it's
Con
worth.
maneuvering. Making turns for 20. Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Doesn't seem to have really helped. Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle now, aren't I? Because if these two torpedoes don't circle around and attack the first moss, I'm running out of options. This thing is not following me. It's not following the moss, it's ignoring it. So what on earth is that? Some kind of super torpedo. I'm saying that. What am I going to do? Let's head to the surface.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar. We are cavitating.
For what it's worth, I'm going to try something here, and that
Con,
is to
Passing 200 feet.
use the surface and as many tools as I've got, which
Passing 100 feet.
isn't many at this point.
Con, knuckle formed.
See if we can shake it off. This isn't working though. I'm right at the surface. It's not worked. Look, it's still going to get me. If not this round, the next one. And if he doesn't, his buddy sure as heck is. Wow, what is this?
Con,
What?
maneuvering, making turns for 30.
Passing 100 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Kind of mystical dark science are the Russians putting in their torpedoes in this game. Because I
Passing
am
200 feet.
not enjoying being unable to shake off, even remotely shake off a torpedo.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing, 222.
Okay, that's a bad guy from.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
I need to get something off in that direction.
Con, knuckle formed.
And that magic mystical torpedo is at least following me, or following the moss now, which is good. But this wire guider one to my south is doing the same thing. It's not actually following the decoys. Maybe that's all it is. They've just got a wire
Con, knuckle
connected.
formed.
That would make sense. Okay, so I've got to get something out.
Back emergency, maneuvering aye.
Bad feeling about this.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Yep, I don't doubt it. Have one of these.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Make turns for 30
That's
knots.
Very bad depth
Maneuvering
to be
aye.
doing that at, but I don't feel I had much of a choice just to
Passing
throw this
400
thing
feet.
off, and it didn't work. To the surface. Oh, I want the map.
Passing 300.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Is this gonna work? Let's turn towards it.
Passing 200 feet.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, got it.
Passing 100 feet.
Right. Break the surface, and we're immediately gonna head down to periscope depth.
Make depth 4, 5 feet.
So,
Dive by.
switch back to the map view.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm gonna head south. I'm gonna see if I... do I get killed by his torpedo or my torpedo? Neither of them are great options. But maybe... So at least his torpedo is slower than mine.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's knuckle it and see if that throws it off. It didn't throw it off, so maybe it's still got a wire attached. And... okay, I'm using the ballast to try and get down to depth. Let's throw a noisemaker out. Gonna miss me.
Passing 100 feet.
Gonna try diving. I don't know that... maybe too little too late. Okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con, knuckle formed. Con, knuckle formed.
Do at least have
Passing 200 feet.
deceased Tango that might be able to help me. Yeah, it's...
Passing 300 feet.
it is thrown off
Con,
by...
sonar, no longer cavitating.
It's thrown off by noisemakers, which is great. So I'm going to head towards the Tango in the hope that that's going to
Con, knuckle formed.
help me. But right now, wow, these things aren't a big challenge. It's tracking me. Doesn't care about the knuckle. Okay, it's fine. Relentless bastard pursuing it. What's to say about it? If I have to break the surface, no surface warships around, I don't think, so hey, it's not the end of the world, but that rapid change of depth, it's the only thing that's kept me alive so far. Let's try a knuckle. Port, and then full starboard.
Con, knuckle formed.
That worked, okay. The knuckle did actually work, it did have an effect. Good. think I can keep it away from me then. Long enough. Just dropped another torpedo.
Con, knuckle formed.
I can keep it away from me, but it's a little less fun than I was hoping. Oh, that's actually a bad way of phrasing it.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm gonna see if I can head towards this tango. So I've got to be about 400-ish feet. Use my ballast to get my depth down. Another knuckle, like so.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, it's being thrown off like a regular torpedo now. I think they were being wire guided, and I've never seen that. On the other hand, I've never managed to be so defensive all at once.
Passing 400 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Need to not drop a noisemaker right on it, but maybe a little way to the side. But I got to be low enough or close enough to it that it's going to have a positive impact. It's going to disrupt its sensors.
Con, knuckle formed.
Best thing I can do right now is that's not good. Almost flew right over me.
Con, knuckle formed.
Another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed. Con, knuckle formed.
Turn back away from it. Knuckle now.
Con, knuckle formed.
And if there's someone still alive on board this tango, which sadly there may well be, I'm gonna be
Con,
hearing
knuckle
this.
formed.
My depth down again. Gotta skim the seabed floor. Okay,
Con, knuckle formed.
this feels a
Con,
little
less than
dangerous.
50 feet
Yeah,
below the keel.
I know. And of course the seabed's now rising, because why would it not rise? Try and get myself between me and the bad guy.
Con, knuckle formed.
Just keep circling it. It's a little too quick to make that a viable plan, I think. Hey, got it. Okay.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Well, I didn't get it. It ran out of fuel. Ooh. Okay. I don't really know quite where to go next. Can't detect anything. There's a very noisy sunken boat near me. So I know that there's something to my northwest. Probably something to my southwest as well. I suppose getting my depth up to use my towed arrow is going to be a good place to start, but it's going to leave me a little exposed.
Passing
Used to that.
400 feet. Make depth 200 feet. Dive high.
Alright, let's accelerate time, and I'm not discounting the airborne threat, but yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble here. In terms of evading stuff.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 311.
Torpedo's doing, but I guess whatever's to my southwest is still alive. Typhoon is still there. He's heading. He's got somewhere else to go. Okay. Don't blame him. What's their top speed? 26, right? Yeah, he's fine with throttle. I can catch him very, very slowly. Not something I really want to try.
Con, dive at 200 feet. Dive I.
Come right to 271, helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
It went live, but it's 1,500 yards away, so I may still be in danger here. But it's not pointing towards me. Great. So let's go back to accelerate time. I don't know that I can catch the Typhoon, sadly. Catch and survive. Might slow down.
Come right to 314, helm I.
Okay,
Con, helm, steady course.
I'm gonna pause the recording. We'll see what happens with this contact to my northwest. Well, southwest, I think, really. So the Typhoon's dropped off, but I expected that, to be fair. He's so far away. The only way I'm gonna get him now is if I'm able to, if he slows down, basically. So, let me get my speed up to...
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I.
This is very dangerous, but I feel like I've lost the mission, so I'm going to just try and head out at 20 knots.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1. Last bearing, 351. Contact faded.
The airborne asset is busy with this was one Moss left. There's another one. I've got one left, so I'm going to accelerate time.
Maneuvering, making turns for 20 knots.
I think the mission is lost, but we'll find out. So, I'll be back. Well, I may have spoken too soon. So I was heading yonder, heading northwest at 30 knots. I was hugging the seabed floor to try and avoid any active sonar from submarines at a lesser depth than me. And I slowed down and turned away to get my depth up a little bit and deploy my towed array. I picked up the Typhoon, but not where I thought it would be. In fact, nowhere near where I thought it would be. So he is... yeah, he is a lot closer.
Come right to 062, helm I.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 3. Last bearing.
Con, helm, steady course.
So it looks like he is way, way closer than we dare, like I say, than I dare think. Now I don't have a good acoustic signature on him. What's his depth? About 300 feet.
Passing 400 feet.
So we'll get up to 300 feet, give or take. But he's doing 5 knots, and he's very quiet. The Typhoon is a very quiet boat. The bigger they are, the quieter they are. So it seems. He can't hear me, but I'm not in his baffles. So we're getting a reasonable detection on him. We're just, yeah. So, here we are, and I'm wondering if I just want to... It's heading more north to me. Try 025 or something.
Come left to 025, helm I.
He drops off for a second, and then we reacquire him, right? Okay.
Con,
Let's see.
helm, steady course.
if that helps. So what I'm doing here is my course is 025. The bottom left shows me that my course is 025. Bearing to the target is 047. Now, over time, if that number increases, he is heading more east than he is north relative to me. So it's just gone to 048 for 48. Only just. So he's probably heading on a course something like 030. So if that's the case, I maybe want to try and intercept him, cut the corner. I'm going to try 065.
Come right to 065. Helm I.
Now we reckon he's 6,000 yards away. That is close enough
Con, helm, steady course.
to certainly freak him out with a torpedo. And he's going to hear a torpedo launch. Yeah, but he will then at least slow down, or he will maneuver. He'll accelerate and he will maneuver. I'll get a better idea where he is. I've got a whole bunch of spearfish with his name on it. Okay, I've got 8. I may need 3, 2 or 3 to kill him, but 2 or 3, I have plenty. I've got that 4 times over, 2 times over at least. So, actually, I've also got some tigerfish too. Let's pause the recording again here, and we'll see what happens. Bearing 045, so he's close to course 065. Alright, I'll pause the recording and I'll be right back. This could be a very, very long chase, and he's not likely to change his course or slow down. It's 8,000 yards. I'm going to go aggressive here. I'm going to ping him, active sonar, and he's going to retaliate. We know he's going to retaliate. He's going to fire. So let's go ahead and ping him. Let's get this thing out of the way. Let's see if we can flush him out and give him 3 spearfish. Here we go.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
So he may be a lot further away than I think he is. He's not. Right, have one of these.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Right, got 3 on his way.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Drop to passive search. Now I fully expect him to go flank speed, and that's going to be okay if he does. Let's go ahead and get this torpedo in. In fact, let's get them both. Let's just go aggressive on the torpedoes too. So these torpedoes are both now active. Let's actually watch him. Oh, he's launched. Okay. Disappointing, but inevitable. He may not know where I am. Wow, that's really close to where he is.
Con, torpedo room.
Con sonar, torpedo in
yep.
the water. Torpedo in
It's
the
real
water.
close to me as well.
2, 6, 1.
Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering I.
Wow, that's very close.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Now, this is the danger zone. This is where it's entirely possible for my torpedo to
Con,
well,
fire control. We've lost the wire.
lose the wire and to double back on me. So I got to be very careful here. This could end very badly for me. I think I want to follow my moss as much as I can. So let's go ahead and crank it on. Comes the torpedo. Yeah, expected that.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Right on my shock. A noisemaker. That's going to throw you off a little bit.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 039.
What I gotta hope is that the noisemaker doesn't throw the spearfish off enough so that they decide that
Con, torpedo room. Tube 4 ready.
they want to go for the moss, and that's a very strong likelihood of happening. Okay. This could go very wrong very quickly. But I'm
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 0.
Con, knuckle formed.
I believe in the spearfish. Tears. Tears, right, let's duck in behind his torpedo, and I'm going to make like a triangle
Con sonar
direction.
lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 0, 3, 4. Contact is in the baffles.
I'm tempted to get
Con,
my
torpedo
depth
room,
down,
tube
but
1 ready.
don't think so right now. Let's go ahead and move, and straighten up. What I want to do is get a bit of distance between me and this airborne dropped torpedo. I've got a good idea where the Typhoon is, and
Con maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
as long as the Spearfish don't engage the moss, which they want to do, I may be okay. So 1,500 yards between me and the enemy torpedo. Let's go ahead and turn north. Let's
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
potentially get this noisemaker in the way. Okay, it's turning around. Is it going to engage me, or is it going to go somewhere else? Moment of truth. Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 0.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Alright, let's get the speed
Back
down
emergency, maneuvering aye.
as we can.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 0, 3, 4.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
Okay. Airborne target around, so he's right over me. That's bad.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 0,
That's
3.
very bad.
Make turns for 30 knots, maneuvering aye.
It's been engaged by this torpedo. I'm going to track down. What's my depth here? 700 feet. Okay.
Passing 400 feet.
It's like the Typhoon may be on
Con
the
sonar
bottom.
lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 0, 3.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet.
He may be able to sneak under this torpedo.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Maybe. Just sit here and be very cool with it. Maybe. Let's get my
Back
speed down.
emergency, maneuvering aye.
It may end in tears though, but
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
how well do submarines reverse? Okay, like a vehicle does. So I can actually make this work for me. I think I'm gonna hide in the center of this circle. Okay.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
Gonna do probably a 73
Con
point.
sonar lost contact.
Hey,
Sierra
we
3,
got the Typhoon.
last bearing.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5
There it is,
knots.
right behind us. Okay. Oh, we managed it. Just a small factor of avoiding this torpedo that's circling over my head to worry about right now. Not exactly a small factor, but hey, there's another escort boat out there somewhere. I'm not going to worry about him too much unless he goes to investigate his sunken Typhoon buddy, which he may. But yeah, I'm going to sneak into this circle here and we're just going to wait it out. For all what could possibly go wrong.
Make turns for 0 knots, maneuvering aye.
Okay, great. So took care of the threat from the torpedo. I don't think anybody knows where I am. I think I'm actually good to call it a day for this mission. I know there's another bad guy down here to my south. I don't know where he is.
Come left to 302, helm I.
I don't think it matters a great deal because he can't detect
Making
me.
turns for 5 knots, maneuvering I. Come left to 311.
I
Con
can't-
maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
And I can't detect him. So, weapons at the end of the engagement. I have 5 spearfish left and 4 tigerfish. I also have a harpoon.
Passing 600 feet.
Sadly, the typhoon didn't surface. He just ended up on the bottom. Let's see if we can actually see his wreck. Well, no, we could travel over there, but I don't really feel like doing that. Right, well, like I say, I'm calling it for this mission. So, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I did not necessarily expect to catch up with the typhoon.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but I'm sure it's fine. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Passing 400 feet.